All right. Good morning, WW Robinson. Today is February 26th, 2019, and I have Jacob with me this morning. How are you, Jacob?
Good.
You ready for a great Tuesday?
Yes.
Yes, it's going to be a wonderful day in the neighborhood, right? All right. It is day 2 in our rotation, and tell us what's for lunch.
Vegetable beef soup, crackers, sun butter and jelly, sandwich, veggie dippers, orange wedges, grapes, and twisted milk.
Sun butter and jelly. Did you eat that the last time we had it? I meant to check that out the last time we had it. I don't know what sun butter is.
I barely ever buy it anymore.
I like vegetable beef
I
soup.
only buy on pizza days.
Not on Asian Chicken Tongue Day? We don't have Asian Chicken Tongues. That's right. Forgot. We got to get our March menu out and see if it's on there. We'll be able to do that probably tomorrow. What do you think? Everybody got their fingers crossed? Yeah? They're like, no. Okay. All right. So let's have Ollie, or is this Coach Baker? I'm not sure. Come on over here, Ollie. And you are dressed up as your teacher today, right? And you're dressed up as Coach Baker. Let me take this out of your hand so we can see you. So there's Coach Baker. You want to give a wave? All right. Ollie is dressed up. All right, Ollie, what's today's weather? Sunny. Thank you so much. Good job. You can head over there. And we have Alexa here to lead us in the pledge. So please stand. All right. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Alexa. Good job. Please join me for a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, I have a couple guests in the house, so I'm going to slide you. I'll take this chair with you. So today was dress up as your favorite teacher, but I think that we had some teachers dress up as some of their favorite students. So I think we have Porter P-Man in the house today. So come on over, Porter. We might have to, you're so tall, we might have to, there we go. Good job, ladies. Thank you. They're dressed all up like Porter. And then we have some other, actually, I'm not sure if they're twins, but definitely could pass. Come on over. Hi, I'm Addison.
Hi, I'm the real Addison.
No, she's not. I'm
Yes,
the real
yes, I am.
one.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. And then we had Miss Baker for our weather this morning. Everybody is dressing up today. All right. Do you have any shout outs this morning?
Miss Weimer's class, Miss Henry's class, Miss Short's class, Dylan Walker, and Trevor Armstrong.
All right. And you know what? I got so excited about all the dress ups, I forgot to do birthdays. So let's do some birthdays. We have a lot today. Celebrating today, we have Claire Dean, Riley Keeler, Luke Lineweaver, Royal McCrae, Dakota Menifee, Charlotte Orndorff, Jacob Reedy.
Yes.
You didn't tell me it's your birthday.
My mom
Awesome.
told me to keep my mouth closed until you read off.
Oh, awesome. All right. Jacob Reedy's birthday. And Jaden Stewart. So happy birthday to all those folks. Happy birthday, Jacob. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.
I have support.
Oh, yeah, so far that's great. All right. How old are you?
11.
11. Oh, you're getting to be an old man. Who's 11?
My brother.
Your brother's 11? Awesome. All right. So you did your shout outs. We did the birthdays. All right. We're going to read a little bit this morning. We are on chapter 8, and there is a picture. I'll show you the picture. There's Elvis. There are 3 different 4th grade teachers in my school, and I may be biased, but I definitely have the best one, Miss Blaine. Miss Blaine is fairly new to the school, so even though she's heard about my older twin brothers, she doesn't compare them to me like all the other past teachers did. Anyway, as soon as Miss Blaine met Elvis, she was all over him, petting him, stroking his head, scratching his ears, cooing at him in that funny way people do when they love animals more than people. I was actually pretty surprised. This was not the same Miss Blaine I had described to Elvis before we came to school today. Yesterday, when Elvis and I got home after the hospital, I was exhausted. And even though I kept trying to nap, Elvis asked me all sorts of questions about my school, my teachers, and what he could expect the next day. I finally showed him my 3rd grade yearbook to shut him up. My mom came into my room to bring us a snack and caught me talking out loud to Elvis. I was trying to explain to him why my hair was so crazy pants in my class picture last year. It all came down to bad timing on my part because I had just finished presenting my science report on static electricity, which I had demonstrated by rubbing a balloon on my head, which had caused some of my hair to stand straight up. And then, of course, we got called for pictures. Elvis found the story highly amusing. Anyway, my mom gave me a strange look, and I was about to explain what I was talking about, but I thought about Dr. Helen's advice and decided to keep my mouth shut instead. She didn't press me, which goes to show Dr. Helen was right about how maybe my mom didn't need to know everything. Finally, after eating a plate of banana bread, Elvis fell asleep, and thankfully so did I. I wondered if Elvis remembered what I had told him about Miss Blaine, because this was a totally different Miss Blaine than I was used to. I just was so shocked watching her swooning over Elvis. Miss Blaine is fairly strict in my opinion. She's a no-nonsense New Yorker type who gives off the air that she's heard it all, so it's best to not even bother lying to her. While she was petting Elvis, she told me she has a friend in California who has the exact same type of dog, but female. And she joked that she'd show Elvis a picture of her later. So now my teacher is trying to make a love match for my dog, or the president's dog. If Elvis found a girlfriend, what would that make her? The first lady dog of the White House? Elvis enjoyed all the attention. Why wouldn't he? Miss Blaine is by far the prettiest teacher in school. She doesn't dress like the other teachers in print dresses. She usually wears all black and looks like she belongs in a science fiction movie about the future. My class has 27 kids in it, and pretty much every pair of eyes was on me, or truthfully on Elvis, when we walked into my classroom the next morning. Miss Blaine made Jessie Snyder switch seats with me so I could sit on the aisle and Elvis could lie next to me without blocking anyone. Jessie wasn't happy about it, but he knew better than to object because Miss Blaine never puts up with students talking back to her. She's quick to give you extra homework if you choose not to obey her commands. She's always saying, here's the deal. I'm the teacher and you're not. So what I say goes. If that's a problem with anyone here, I have plenty of extra homework assignments that I'm happy to pass out. See, very straightforward and simple. No guesswork at all when it comes to what she wants and what her expectations are. We kids have enough on our minds when we're in 4th grade, so it's nice to have an adult in our lives who we don't have to try to figure out. My new seat was the 3rd chair from the front and the 1st row on the left by the door. I had only sat down for 1 second before Miss Blaine said she wanted me to come up to the front of the classroom and introduce our new special guest. This was the last thing I wanted to do, but like I said, who am I to object? Anything Miss Blaine asks of me. So I went to the front of the classroom and Elvis walked up and sat right next to me. Let me be very clear. When Elvis is sitting next to me, we're pretty much the same height. And of course, he weighs about 4 times what I do. So we looked like quite an unlikely pair. Hi, everyone. This is my new service dog, Elvis. Well, his full name is Parker Elvis Pembroke IV. Immediately, the class started laughing. I wasn't sure why, but I looked over at Miss Blaine, who motioned me to continue. He prefers his full name, but I think he looks more like an Elvis. He's a Newfoundland, which means he's in the working class of dog breeds. Newfoundland is in Canada, and it's very cold there. These dogs are used for water rescue. They were taken on ships so they could save sailors who went overboard. So I'm assuming he can swim, but I haven't seen him swim, so I don't know for sure. Of course I can swim, Elvis barked twice. Oh yeah, he can swim. The class found this very amusing that I was pretending to understand what my dog had to say. Very good, Benji. Now can you tell us why you have him? Well, first off, there's been a mix-up from the farm where we got him, so there's a chance he's not even my permanent dog. My mom has been calling the place, but the guy she's supposed to talk to is on vacation at an eco lodge in South America. Apparently, eco lodges don't have very good cell phone reception because her calls keep going straight to voicemail. I suppose no one wants to hear about him, though. Again, the class broke out into laughter, which was weird because I wasn't trying to be funny or anything. So, Benji, can you tell us why you need a service dog? Sure, Miss Blaine. I need a service dog because a few weeks ago I had a seizure in the hallway, which I'm sure everyone has heard about. And my doctor isn't totally sure yet what caused it and whether I might have another one. She wanted me to wear the world's ugliest helmet, but instead I got the world's largest dog. Elvis has been trained to help me if it happens again. Miss Blaine raised her hand, which I found a little odd, but I went with it. Yes, Miss Blaine, did you have a question? I did. Benji, thank you. What exactly will Elvis do if it happens again? I mean, what sort of training did he have to be a service dog? That's a very good question, but I have to be honest and say I don't really know the answer. My mom says that dogs who have this sort of training are able to sense it before I have a seizure, and then they make sure I'm in a safe location in case I fall down. They also know how to call for help. Just this morning when I tripped and fell down in my room getting ready for school, he picked me up by my pants and set me back on the floor. It was pretty cool. Shall I demonstrate? I could tell Miss Blaine wanted to see it, but at the same time, she wasn't sure whether it was appropriate. But the whole class started stomping and cheering, and it's not like I've ever gotten this much attention. Well, this much positive attention. Sure, go right ahead. I looked over at Elvis. I was yammering on and on about him out of nervousness, and I never really checked in with him to see how he was feeling. Can we do this, boy? I asked. You know I'm not a show pony, and this isn't show and tell, Elvis said. I turned back to Miss Blaine and told her I needed a moment to have a mini conference with my dog. Everyone laughed, but I didn't care. I walked toward the corner and Elvis followed me. Please, can you just help a guy out? I appreciate you asking nicely, but I'm not really here for the fun and games. I'm here to protect you. Really? What about our talk the other night about Tazy? You know how you're just the temp, so we can relax the rules a little bit? Don't you think that should be a two-way street? Elvis looked at me very seriously. You are smarter than you appear. I will concede your point. You give a fine argument, so I will help. I didn't understand anything he just said. I said, fine, you're right, and let's get this over with. I turned back around. Okay, we're all set now. He gets stage fright sometimes and needs a pep talk. The class broke out in laughter, and I could tell Miss Blaine was also trying hard not to laugh. I lay face down on the floor, and soon all the kids were standing up so they could get a better view. Elvis, without missing a beat, simply leaned forward, grabbed me by my belt, and tossed his head up, and boom, I was standing upright again. The applause was thunderous. Seriously, I've never heard anything like it. They asked me to do it again, so again I lay down on the floor, and again he whipped me back up, and so I was on my feet. The room was cheering, and I have no problem admitting that it felt amazing. No wonder the twins love being sports champions. It was pretty awesome to have classmates yelling out my name. I couldn't help myself. I hugged Elvis. Good boy. Thanks, buddy. I whispered into his fur. Let's do an encore, shall we? He said. Tell them. Now I'll demonstrate what I'd do if someone came in to kidnap you. What? Miss Blaine thought I was talking to her, so she responded, did you need something, Benji? Do you want to see one more thing? The classroom responded with more stomping and clapping. Miss Blaine laughed and motioned for me to go on. This is what Elvis would do if someone came in to kidnap me. Well, this I have to see, though I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, Miss Blaine laughed. Let's hope you're right. I went back and sat at my desk, but I was pretty nervous because I had no idea what was about to happen next. Are you sure about this? Again, Miss Blaine assumed I was talking to her because honestly, who else would she think I was talking to? Certainly not talking to my dog. It's only if you want to. If you're not comfortable, then we don't have to. This was met with boos from everyone in the class. All right, we're going to stop there and we'll find out what happens tomorrow if he acts like somebody, what happened if somebody tries to kidnap him. I'm going to say I'm a little nervous what the dog might do. What do you think the dog might do?
I really do not know.
I don't know either. I hope he doesn't bite somebody. All right, so you can choose to be the kind of leader that you would follow and make it a great day. So long.